We're asked here to find the height of a ball after 2 seconds, and we're given the equation for the height. So for 1 mark, very, very straightforward. H is equal to 17 plus 11 times t, which in this case we're told is 2 seconds, minus 5 times t squared. Now, 2 squared is 4. So that's 17 plus 22 minus 20, which is 19. The height is 19 meters. Part 2, an expression for the rate of change of the height. Now, the rate of change of something is what we get when we differentiate your value with respect to time. It's how it changes over time. So we want to differentiate height with respect to time. It's the rate of change of height. In other words, dh by dt. When I differentiate 17 with respect to t, I get 0. 11t differentiates to give 11, and minus 5t squared is minus 10t. So we find an expression for that height. The rate of change of height at times t. dh by dt is 11 minus 10t. Now, next thing, we know that dh by dt is equal to 11 minus 10t. We're asked now to find when the ball is at its maximum height, and find this maximum height. Now, we know that if we want to find the maximum height or the maximum anything, we differentiate and we put your differential equal to 0. So let's put 11 minus 10t equal to 0. That's going to help us find our maximum or our minimum height. So 11 equals 10t. T is equal to 1.1 seconds. So our maximum or minimum height is at 1.1 seconds. We need to be very, very careful to distinguish, is this a maximum or is it a minimum? Now, common sense would tell us in the question they've asked us for a maximum, so this is going to be a maximum, but we need to prove it. And we do that by finding our second differential, d squared h by dt squared. And when I differentiate this again, I get minus 10. Now, minus 10 is a negative number, which way I remember that, if you're negative, you're unhappy. So that's a maximum turning point. So we find a maximum turning point, maximum value after 1.1 seconds. And that value is going to be got by putting 1.1 into our original question. So h is equal to 17 plus 11 times t, 11 times 1.1 minus 5 times 1.1 squared. Again, this is a non-calculator paper, so you need to look for wee ways of doing this. At 17, that's nearly 11 times 11. It's 11 times 11 divided by 10. And I know 11 11s are 121. So when I divide that by 10, I get 12.1. Likewise, this is minus 5 times, well, 11 11s are 121. But in this case, I'm going to divide by 100 by 10 and by 10. So that's 1.21. So we've got our height is 17 plus 12.1 minus, when I multiply that, I get 6.05. So that's 23.05 meters.